You can visit later. Good morning. I am Paul Bresley, Quartermaster of Veterans Foreign Wars, Post 2210. Welcome to the Memorial Day service and thank you for attending. Today we gather to pay tribute to the 1.3 million Americans who died in military service while answering the call to duty. Honoring their service serves to remind us not only to the cost of war, but perhaps more importantly, the price we pay for peace. Let us take a time today and every day to remember those who have fought and who are fighting for our true freedoms. Please stand for the posting of colors. And join in the Pledge of Allegiance. Officer Dave, by your command.
Okay, please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for Allie Wolf to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Present poems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Allie. We have our MIPOW table set as a focal point here today, as we always remember those brave men and women who are unaccounted for or unable to join our ranks. We will not forget, we will give up. We would like to honor members of our post who have achieved milestones for their tenure. If you are present, please come up and accept your commemorative pin. 60-year members are Don Buat, Kenneth Giesler. Oh, thank you, I didn't see. Lloyd Schweiger. Norman Stoll. Dennis Grass. Thank you, comrades, for your service to our country and to our post. Today is a day for all veterans, and we are grateful for the community support and wish to recognize the following and invite them to say a few words. Missouri House of Representatives Bryant Wolfen was elected in 2024 to represent the 144th District, which includes the counties of St. John and Perry. Please welcome State Representative Bryant.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to be here with everyone this morning. And in regards to my remarks, on Memorial Day, we remember those who gave their lives for this country. But I would warn you that we should be careful not to let these familiar words become ordinary words. Gave their lives means that someone had a future and surrendered it. It means that someone had a family, they had dreams, and every reason to want to come home. Yet, when the duty calls, they answer. But because they did not come home, we get to live free. We get to speak freely, worship freely, we get to raise our families, defend our property, disagree with our government, but live as citizens and not subjects. In the Missouri House, I am honored to sit on the Veterans Committee, where I have heard many stories from veterans across our state. Stories of courage, loss, service, and sacrifice. Those stories, I know they remind me that service is personal. It has names and faces. It has families. And most importantly, it has cost. So to me, the best way to honor those who gave everything is by preserving the very liberty that they fought to defend, by protecting the Constitution that they swore to uphold, and caring for the veterans that come home to us. And remembering that freedom does not come from the government, but it comes from God, protected by our colleagues. Every folded flag tells us that freedom has a price. Every name on a memorial tells us liberty had defenders. And every fallen hero leaves us with this question: what are you going to do with the freedom that we helped preserve? May God bless our fallen heroes. May God comfort their families. May He bless our veterans and help us live lives that are worthy of their sacrifice. Thank you guys for allowing me to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Okay, another guest is Randy Ruzicka, presiding commissioner representing St. Jeff County Commission. Randy, you have a few words?
Thank you, everyone. Man, I tell you, this is a tough act to follow. That was good, Bryant. And between Allie and that, I'm humbled, always. But again, thank you again for inviting me to speak, Betty, at this ceremony. It's always an honor to be here. Special thanks to all the volunteers from the VFW, American Legion, and everybody else that's involved behind the scenes. You always do a great job, and thank you for your diligence. To me, this year is even more significant as we approach the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. As has been said many times, the true meaning of Memorial Day has to do with sacrifice, those who paid the ultimate price. When the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776, we were already at war. It was not an easy thing to do, even for the signers of the Declaration. All involved lost something, and several died as a direct result of their actions. As many are aware, the Revolutionary War started on April 19, 1775, and ran through September 3rd, 1783, when the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the United States as a sovereign nation. During the Revolutionary War, some 25,000 died in active service, 6,800 killed in battle. St. Genevieve contributed to the defense. It assisted in defending St. Louis. It's something that I just found out recently, or wasn't aware of, or whatever, but in defending St. Louis against the British on the attack of St. Louis and the Battle of San Carlos. This effectively prevented the British from going west of the Mississippi River. Since the founding of our great nation, an estimated 1.3 million patriots have died in the line of military service. Approximately 120,000 of those are buried overseas, a testament to the sacrifice the United States has made for the safety of the world, as well as our own great country. We owe each and every one of them an immeasurable debt. Because of their bravery and ultimate sacrifice, we are able to live free in the greatest country on earth. I'm sure everyone here remembers someone who didn't make it home. May God bless each and every one of their souls for paying the ultimate sacrifice for our country. In closing, I would just like to recognize also and say thanks to all who served your country. All of you. It would not be, if it wasn't for you, we would not be here. And God bless all of you, and God bless America, land of the free because of the brave. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. I would like to ask Betty Arnold, past Department President of the Missouri VFW Auxiliary, to say a few words.
As we observe Memorial Day, we do more than simply carry on a tradition dating back to 1866. This Memorial Day, we honor all those ordinary people who ascended to the extraordinary by picking up the tools of war in the name of freedom. Some died in combat, others from wounds afterwards, and still others after a time of living in the peace that they fought so hard to win. Memorial Day is meant to be a somber day to honor those who have passed. It is a day to pause and reflect upon the many service members who risked and ultimately gave their lives fighting on behalf of the United States. It truly is a day of reverence and remembrance. We mourn those heroes along with their families, and we remain steadfast in our support of the men and women currently deployed across the globe. We must honor those brave men and women by professing our patriotism every single day, by fighting for the entitlements. Notice that I said entitlements, not benefits. Veterans are due. Look around you today and say thank you to these veterans assembled. These are our heroes. These are the brave men and women who answered the call of our country and gave us so much to be thankful for. I challenge each of you to be a kind person, a person who believes in our country and veterans, a person who salutes the flag and displays genuine respect for our veterans. And now a challenge. If you are eligible to belong to the VFW or American Legion or their auxiliaries, join them. You may not want to attend every meeting, but you can help by having your name on our rosters. There is strength in numbers when we approach our legislators. And then vote. And remember who supported our heroes. Do not let the legacy of our heroes be in vain. I ask God's continued blessing on our nation, our veterans, and their families. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty. As long as two comrades survive, so long we'll render the tribute to heroic dead. On this day forever consecrated to our heroic dead, we are assembled once again to express our sincere reverence. The monument represents the resting place for many departed comrades who have served in all wars. Whenever a body of a comrade lies in the ground is hallowed. Our presence here today is a solemn commemoration of all those men and women who have an expression of tribute to their devotion of duty, courage, and patriotism. By their service, whether it was on land, sea, or in the air, they have made us debtors. For the flag of our nation still flies over the land of the free people. Comrade Chaplain.
Father of us all, in the depths of our silent reverence, we realize the truth of the inspired words, I am the resurrection, the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall be lived. As comrade after comrade departs, we march on with our ranks growing thinner. Help us to be faithful unto thee and to one another. Look in mercy on the widows and children of our departed comrades, we beseech thee, and with thine own tenderness console and comfort those who are bereaved. Heavenly Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, and righteousness. Through thy favor may we meet at last before thy throne in heaven. We praise thy holy name forever and ever. Amen. We are reading the names of the deceased veterans. William Bullard. Vincent Green. John Burkholt. James Holst. Herman Krenzel. Robert Nager. Paul Donovan. Sam Cox. Darrell LaPlante. Lloyd Lip. Roland Smith. John Allen. Francis Kurtz. Stephen Rhodes. Jeff Reiner. James Conway. James Klein. Francis Carroll, Robert Goodell,
We will now continue to pay our respects to our departed comrades. Comrade Senior Vice,
On behalf of Post 2210, Veterans of Foreign Wars in the United States, I present this symbol of remembrance.
Comrade Junior Vice,
Place this symbol of purity on the comrade's grave. May each future generation emulate the unselfish courage of all men and women who fought for freedom.
Comrade Officer of the Day, American Legion Commander, Post 150. On behalf of the American Legion, Keeper Post 150, place this tribute to our fallen comrades. American Legion Commander 554.
On behalf of Queensville, American Legion Post 554, with honor and respect, your call.
Colonel J. Felix St. James, Camp 326, some of the Union veterans of the Civil War replaced each flower in memory of all of the Union St. James casualties during the war and in memory of all United States citizens who died while serving for this country.
Madam President, VFW Auxiliary.
On behalf of the veterans and foreign wars of the United States Auxiliary, I place this emblem of eternity. Its color bespeaks life everlasting. Thus do we immortalize the great deeds of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who have given their lives on land, on sea, and in the air.
Madam President, American Legion Post 150.
On behalf of our post-keeper, American Legion Auxiliary Unit 150, I place each flower as a tribute to our fallen heroes.
Madam President, of the American Legion 554. On behalf of our glorious republic, for who our comrades enlisted in... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
I apologize for that. On behalf of our glorious republic, for who our comrades enlisted and served, I place this emblem of our nation. The flag of our country was theirs to defend. Its glorious colors shall wave over them in death and in life for everyone to behold. To you, comrades who have departed, we render our final salute. Officer of the day, by your command,
Bye.
be seated. I would like to call upon our keynote speaker to deliver remarks. Troy Williams previously served as Department of Missouri State Commander. He is legislative chairman for the Missouri Association of Veterans Organizations, commonly referred to as MAVO, and is deeply involved in advocacy work for veterans and their families. Was appointed by the governor in February of 2026 to serve on the Missouri Veterans Commission. Comrade Williams served in the United States Marine Corps during Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Troy continues to serve as a certified VFW service officer. Please join me in welcoming Comrade Williams.
Good morning. All right, I want to start off. Representative Commissioner, thank you for coming. Betty Arnold, thank you for the invite and the hospitality. VFW, thank you. American Legion, I enjoyed the hospitality last night. Thank you so much. A beautiful community. I come from a community very much like this. I come from Eldon, Missouri. That's where I was raised. Population about the same. So coming back to a community like this is great. Everybody talked about the flags until we drove up this morning. It was just overwhelming. The patriotism we show in small town America is just amazing. So thank you for that. So today we are gathered for a solemn purpose, to pause, to reflect, and to honor the brave men and women who never made it home. Memorial Day is not just a long weekend or the beginning of summer, it's a sacred day of remembrance. It calls us to speak the names of the fallen, to recognize the price paid for our freedom, and to remember that every flag placed upon a grave represents a life, a family, and a sacrifice we must never forget. On this Memorial Day, I would like to share the stories of two members of my own family who made the ultimate sacrifice, and that is my great uncle Kenneth L. Dirks and my cousin Richard Elvin Richardson. They served in different branches, in different wars, but they shared the same spirit of courage, duty, and love of country. Kenneth Dirks was born on July 31st, 1924 in Mountain View, Missouri. He joined the United States Navy and served with honor during the World War II as a machinist mate, second class. On January 7th, 1945, he was declared missing in action. His ship, the USS Hovey, was a destroyer minesweeper operating near Linguang Gulf in the Philippines, clearing the approaches ahead of the American landings on Luzon. In the early morning hours, while under attack by Japanese aircraft, Hovey was struck by an aerial torpedo and sank within minutes. Kenneth Dirks was awarded the Purple Heart. He is remembered on the walls of the missing at the Manila American Cemetery in the Philippines. His final resting place is only known to God, but his sacrifice is forever known to a grateful nation. Richard Elvin Richardson was born on January 8, 1947 in Maryland Heights, Missouri. He joined the United States Marine Corps and served with honor during the Vietnam War as a Lance Corporal. On October 6, 1966, Lance Corporal Richardson was killed through hostile action in South Vietnam. He was awarded the Purple Heart for his sacrifice. Richard is buried at the Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery, and he is remembered on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C. May their names and the names of all who gave their lives for this nation never be forgotten. Kenneth and Richard are two stories from one family, but they represent countless families across Missouri and America. Every name on every monument, every marker in every cemetery, and every empty chair at a family table tells a story of service, sacrifice, and love. Today, we honor not only how these men died, how they lived, how they answered the call, they placed duty above comfort, country above self, and service above fear. Their sacrifice asks something for us in return. But remembrance also carries responsibility. Those of us who made it home have a duty to those who did not. We must live with purpose, stand beside Gold Star families, protect the brothers and sisters who came home carrying the wounds that may never fully heal, and make sure that the promises made to veterans are honored in law, policy, and action. This is why Memorial Day is not a day of politics, but it may be a day for purpose. If we truly honor the fallen, then we must also protect the living veterans who serve beside them. Some came home with visible scars. Others came home with injuries and memories the rest of the world may never understand. Some disabilities change how much a veteran can work, how much income they can earn, and what their lifetime opportunities will be. That is why we must protect veterans from claim sharks and predator companies that target them in vulnerable moments. These companies promise help, but too often they charge excessive fees, mislead veterans, or profit from benefits earned through service and sacrifice. And on top of that, they are illegal. Veterans should have access to accredited service officers, trusted advocates, and honest guidance. They should not have to mortgage part of their future to receive what this nation already promised them. Missouri must also support our accredited service officers, our veterans' homes, and state cemeteries. These are not optional programs. They are part of the promise we make to those who served and part of how we honor those who never came home. And that is why we must do more for Missouri most disabled veterans. A veteran who is 100% service-connected disabled has already paid a price most people will never be asked to pay. Many other disabled veterans may not be rated at 100%, but their disabilities still affect their ability to work, earn, and provide, and build financial securities across a lifetime. For them and their families, personal property taxes, homestead costs, and the cost of keeping a vehicle on the road can be the difference between stability and hardship. Missouri should give its citizens the opportunity to decide whether disabled veterans deserve meaningful personal property tax relief and homestead relief. Let the people of Missouri vote. Let them decide whether those who sacrifice their health and service to this country should receive relief that helps them live with dignity. To the legislators and leaders here today, I say this respectfully but clearly. Our veterans cannot wait forever. The governor should call a special session and give the General Assembly the opportunity to pass legislation that places this question before the people of Missouri. Let us trust the people, let us honor our veterans, and let us act. This call of action does not take away from Memorial Day. It gives Memorial Day purpose. We remember the fallen by caring for those who stood beside them. We honor the ones who did not come home by fighting for the ones who did. We protect their legacy when we protect veterans from exploitation, support their families, and make sure disabled veterans are not left behind after the speeches are over and the flags are folded. Kenneth, Richard, and so many more did not give their lives so that remembrance would be passive. Their sacrifice calls us to be better citizens, better leaders, better neighbors, and better advocates. As we leave the ceremony, let us carry their memory with us. Let us be worthy of their sacrifice. Let us support their families, serve their brothers and sisters who came home, and protect the legacy they entrusted to us. May our fallen heroes rest in peace. May their families know that we do remember. May our veterans know that we will continue to fight for them, and may God bless all who gave their lives in service to the United States of America. Thank you, and God bless our troops and all of our heroes. So thank you. I've been asked, I am also an accredited service officer. I'm the department service officer for the VFW. My office is in Jeff City, Missouri. There's 3 of us there, and we do what we call the outreach program for VFW. All those referrals that you guys fill out and send to our office, I do have a bunch of those with me. We're the ones that take care of those. We're the ones that reach out to your veterans and take care of them over the phone, by email, and by mail. They never have to walk in our office. We can do everything by phone. So if anybody's here today that would like to fill one of these out, please do that. I know a lot of you know the name Dennis Flynn, 50 years. He's been our department service officer for about 48 of those. He's still doing it each and every day. He's an amazing person. We will never have the knowledge when he leaves us one day, hopefully not soon, but he's been an amazing advocate for veterans. He takes care of so many. But I want to tell you this. If you filed claims in the past, right, it's been 10, 15 years, those disabilities get worse. Call our office, fill out one of these referrals, file for an increase. If you had hearing loss at 0% 20 years ago, I'm almost positive that that hearing loss has gotten worse. If you messed up a knee, a back, shoulder, mental health, any disabilities that you have, and those conditions worsen, please reach out to us. Let us get those benefits increased for you. When we talk about the PACT Act of 2022, if you are Gulf War, Desert Storm, all the way to present, right? OEF, OIF. There are so many benefits. It's just amazing what the government did for veterans of that generation. Please reach out if you have not filed those. These disabilities, they're constantly adding to for those veterans. Right now, I think there's 30 plus different types of cancer, and they're adding to that list every day. For Vietnam veterans, Agent Orange, they did add 3 new locations. That's Thailand, Cambodia, and Guam. If there is a spouse in here that your veteran had passed away and those were in those areas during Vietnam, please reach out, fill one of these forms out, because now you're eligible for the dependent indemnity compensation. That is so, so important, because that goes back to the date of death, not the date you file the claim. So if there's anybody that you know that might have tried to file those back in the day, reach out to us, let us look at it and make sure that those benefits might be there for you today. There are so many things. I could talk another hour and a half, and I'm not going to, because I promised Betty I wouldn't. But if you would like for us to help you, we can do that. We're accredited, we take care of you, and it costs you $0. And we will walk you through this process, and we will be there with you till the end. That's all I have to say. Thank you for having me. I just want to be clear real quick. Just because we're the VFW accredited service officers, we can help anybody. If you're American Legion, DAV, it doesn't matter. If you filed a claim before and you would like us to take a look at it, we can represent any veteran. You don't have to be a veteran of combat to file claims with us. So we can do anything for you. Thank you.
I promise it's getting close. Randy just told me he forgot to mention Corey Ford, one of our commissioners, is here. We'll move on, and I'm sure everybody's ready to get done with this. Thank you, Troy, for your remarks and continued service to the VFW and our veterans and their families. Thank you to the members of the St. John German Band under direction of Stacy Bell for being with us today. Thank all of you for joining us as we remember and salute our veterans. We also want to thank Don and Linda Pritchard, Charles with Channel 990 and 991, Mark Evans with the St. John Herald for for their coverage of our events. Thank you to Rose Huey and Rosie Posey for providing our flowers and memorial service. Special thanks to Judd Nagger and Valley School football players, Eric Krupe and St. John's School football players for assisting with our flag display. Thank you to Oberly Meats, Save a Lot, Mimi's Restaurant, Francis Funky Fisher for donating items to our meal today, and to Cindy Viox for putting the meal together for us. It really does take many people working together to put all this event every year. We are grateful to those families who allow us to display the veterans' flags. There are 242 on display. Please take time to view our flags. There is a binder available in the names of the flags displayed. Each one represents a veteran. Offer a silent thank you and as you pause to remember their service to our country. Take time to view Old Whistler, the World War I cannon on our grounds, and pay attention to the World War II vehicle displayed. The 1943 half-track military vehicle has wheels at the front for steering and continuous tracks at their back to propel the vehicle and carry most of the load with superior traction and supplied by Chris and Linda Kurtz. Thank you to the Kurtzes for allowing the display the World War II vehicle. Chaplain, I don't see Father, no, I don't see him. Chaplain, would you deliver our meal blessing? Uncover, you don't have to stand.
As we prepare to enjoy our Memorial Day meal, I give thanks to you, Heavenly Father, for thy bounty. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Are the ladies ready for the meal? Are you ready? I think she said 15 minutes. Okay, when they do get ready, we'll make an announcement, and please let our guests go first. And in the meantime, give them guys back there at the bar something to do. Enjoy yourself, everybody. The service is over.
A lot of people say that, Memorial Day is not a day for politics, but you're right. It is not. But it's also a call to action. A day of remembrance is by still fighting for those that, still fighting for the ones that came home, that were there arm in arm with the ones in service that didn't make it home. We remember them each and every day in my family. But what we want to do is talk mainly about legislation that our most disabled veterans in the state of Missouri are having a hard time getting across the finish line. HJR 115 is the personal homestead exemption bill that only changes one word in the Constitution, from and to or. So right now it reads POW and 100% total and permanent receives homestead exemption. Change the word to or, and now you have about 17,000 veterans across the state of Missouri that would be eligible for that homestead exemption. But this year it died in the Senate, in a Senate committee. And what we're doing now is making a call to the governor's office, asking that HJR call for a special session to bring HJR 115 back to the Senate for them to vote, and then put it in for a vote of the people, because the people are the ones that change the Constitution. If the people of Missouri would like to give the veterans, our most disabled veterans, that benefit, then the people of Missouri should have the opportunity to vote on that. And that's what our call is for today.
Well, thank you for your time and
Yep.
thank you for your speech. Is there
Thank
anything
you.
else you'd like to say?
That's all I have to say. All right. Thank you, sir.